Hi, my name's Malcolm and it's the Monday the 2nd or Monday the 3rd of December. I've decided to start doing YouTube videos, and basically I thought I'd give you a quick show of my plot. When I took this over about a year ago, and basically not much has happened. I lost my mum at the beginning of this year and then gone on from there. End of this year being December, getting things prepared now for next year. I'll spin you around and you can see what's going on. Threw this frame up last year as a quick something, just put my potatoes, onions and shallots in. Here I've made two frames. They're 8x4 frames, got hinged on this side, got blue netted, and then I've put the water piping over the top so I can add polythene. The bed is actually an 8x8 bed, and today I've been up here just for a couple of hours getting things ready and doing a bit of planting, and I've got dug over and managed to get 65 garlic in. I've got about another 10 to go in, but running out of time now to get the rest of it planted. Here's another 8x4 bed, half a bed left of my leeks. That one, well, that's another 8x4, got planted, didn't get planted, and as you can see, oh yes, I did plant something. I planted by the looks of that cabbage, which got overtaken by weeds, and yep, there isn't no cabbage in there. I have about a 20-foot beam row which should be coming down, as I never used all 20 foot of it. So let's go up and have a look at the back of the plot. I have a space just here behind my beam row, which I've got an idea of building a 10-foot by 21-foot polytunnel. Just a little bit to do over the winter, get it ready for next year, and then hopefully we can grow into more December, January next year with plants inside. There's a plum tree over the back corner there, there's an apple tree in the middle, and a pear here. Going beyond the pear is 4 rows of fruit: raspberries, gooseberries, black currants, red currants, and tayberry, and something else. I can't remember what it is at the moment. I have an IBC tank. Once I get the polytunnel up, I'm going to be looking into doing drip irrigation on gravity feed. So I'm going to have to manage to get IBC up in the air, or leave it as it is and use a pump to fill a header tank in the polytunnel, which I've got enough barrels as well, and also into my greenhouse that I built earlier this year out of pallets at the bottom end. Found some self-adhesive tar thermal stuff in one of the sheds at the back of the plot and lined the pallets. Polycarb I had at home from a job where I work as a gardener. I collect this was being taken down, so they didn't want it, so I've used it to build the greenhouse. In here is what last of the cucumbers that are just hanging there, very sad looking. A load of weeds and 4 sweet pepper plants, one of which has still got a pepper on it, growing nicely. Nice and green plants, so that it's obviously not getting too cold in here for them. There was a rogue tomato appeared from somewhere, but probably from the previous owner. Blue barrels there with chicken feed in, because me and my partner, we have chickens. As you can see, green netted over to protect them, give them a bit of protection from wind. We have 13 chickens and a old English game bird that looks a bit pheasant looking, but is black and green. They're all congregating there at the netting and expecting me, thinking I'm going to be chucking some food in, which I will be doing before we go. Lovely little chooks. They have 2 4x3 houses in there to get into, perches to get up on, and basically they they live in there. I had this area here which has got pallet collars on, some double glazed window units that were behind the shed that I will show you in a moment, and basically I thought, oh, I can make use of those. I'm going to make some cold frames up from them. But what I was thinking about doing was removing these pallet collars and that wall of the greenhouse extend to the end of these pallet collars. So hence I might even think about swinging them round to use them the last, what good they are, much use they are now, use the last of their life to make the beds inside the extension to the greenhouse. As I swing back round, we have an endless supply of bamboo by the neighbour of the next door plot who planted it, and it growing well. I harvested bamboo last year because it was getting too mad. Now it looks like I'm going to have to do it again. This shed, well, it's looking a bit dilapidated, but I'm going to see what I can do with it to try and save it. It's full up with bloody stuff from here. I've built a new chicken house in there so I can take the 2 out from the chickens and give them one big house that will hold about 16 chickens, so it will give them plenty of room in there. I think possibly they could even get 20 if I remember rightly. I think I've actually made it 4x4 and got 4 perches in there. 3 nest boxes I built on that. Some pallets, which is what I made the bottom half of the greenhouse out. Metal shed there of junk that was from the previous letter. Behind that back wall of a shed, there is a shed in the corner, which is full of junk from the previous letter. And it was around the back of this shed that I found these double glazed units. I've also got a big dog cage, the poly pipe, but I've also got 3, I don't know how well you can see them, 3 6x3 double glazed units that came, maybe 4 actually, no, I thought there was 4. They're double glazed units there, that came from a job I'd done helping out someone. So I even might use them instead of moving that wall. I may put 2 up to put here as the wall the back wall and down this side, and then make up a frame to come across this bit with some pallets again probably, or bring some more polycarb. It looks a bit junky at the moment, as I explained earlier in the video, with everything that went on beginning of this year, and I'm hopefully now just starting to get sorted out. So I'm going to spin you back round. As you can see, a quick pan of the bottom end of our allotment. There's got to be somewhere in the region of about 60 to 70 plots on this site. On my side of the allotment, there's only, my plot is a 90 by 30, and there's only, like as I say, the lengthways out from a tree line, which are 90-foot long plots from the back to the front, and 30 feet from halfway through the path on the left to halfway through the plot on the right. So, and I mean, as you go off out the end of my plot, across a roadway there of about 9 feet wide, then you get another 90-foot long plot, and then there's some smaller ones along the bottom. But most of them are pretty well looked after. My next door neighbour does a little bit as and when, comes in, does a bit, might not turn for another month or 2, but he's a nice guy, get on well with him. I think that's the end. Going to be the end of today. I'd like to say a big shout out for Joe and Kelly at Digging for Dinner. I'm going to turn you around, and also Steve at Steve's Allotment, who gave me ideas of doing the growing during the winter. Also, I'd like to give out a shout to UK Here We Grow, to Tony, and I cannot remember the other guy's name that's on there with him, as he gave me the idea of how to build this polytunnel that I want to build, which is going to be over here to over my shoulder. I'll try and give you a bit of shade from the sun if I can. So this is going to be where my polytunnel is going to go. It's going to be from roughly where I'm stood across to this pear tree, and then 21 feet to the plot next door, back towards the plot next door. So thank you very much for watching my video. If you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you're not, give us a thumb down. I don't mind criticism. The only way you can learn is by what you do and criticism. If you do something wrong, people will tell you. Learn by your mistakes. And basically, if you like it, subscribe. And there's going to be more videos in the future of building this polytunnel. Building 2 more frames on the other 2 8-foot beds. The extension to the greenhouse, and the bit at the front there where I had my potatoes this year, and that I'm going to build some more frames over that with the same. So hopefully a lot more videos, a lot more fun, and I'm going to say goodbye and sign off. And if I don't see you come up with another video between now and Christmas, have a good Christmas, have a happy new year, and we'll see you in January. Ta-da for now. Bye.